The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
60 outlaw. 39. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Get it.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some room to work. And they are finally going to stop him, but what a return. All the way to the 10.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the Jets' 10-yard line.
95-56, 95-56. One tight end. We got 4.
Breeze now on 1st down. Finding Green complete. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14 to 7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. To try again after the sack. Bortles letting one go deep for a noon one. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Open man is Anderson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Under 10. Under 10.
They'll run it with Bell. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey, Delta. Snap.
From the 39, Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Hey, exit.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready?
From midfield, here's Bortles. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Anunwa, the intended target.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw is Breeze. And that's caught inside the 35. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Justin Jackson, his first touchdown on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on second down, Bortles, and he's got it complete to Anderson. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Bortles now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. On play action, now Bortles. He's going to air one out for Anderson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready? 95-56. It's a party now. It's a party now. Wait,
now a play fake. Breeze. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now it's Crowder. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Hey, Echo. Hey.
Mike's 49.
Come on. Now.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Man, I got you.
Get it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Airing one out for Crowder. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Breeze now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen, so 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Bell. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
70, Indy, X3, 218, chop.
A 6-yard pickup.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Bortles, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. Casey Hayward on the coverage.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Yes. Hey, Zoo.
I hope you brought your left.
Zoo.
Bortles now to throw. Rush coming, And he's taken down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before break. Miller dancing to his left. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready? You ready? It's going to be a long day. It's going to be
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
36. Let go defense. Let go defense. Here we go.
So here we go on 4th down to Breeze. And Allen's got it. And on 4th and short, they snag a gain of over 30.
Let's go.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive mastermind. In this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Ready.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now is Breeze. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Now Breeze on third down. Gets it to Gordon. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for New York. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Opposite.
On second down now. It's Gordon. Got some room at the 30. And he cuts it right sideline. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Ready? Yellow lady.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Scott Miller, his third touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Got it.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's caught inside the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 55 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. So he visits pay dirt for a second time. Unfortunately, they're still down on the big board.
And I wonder what's going through his mind right now. Playing hard, making big plays. That wasn't a small run by any stretch of the imagination either. To find the end zone for the second time, yet his team still down. They need more of that from him and a little help from the defensive guys.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. This is Gordon as they go to him again. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Ready? 95-56.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Breeze. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter.
Check 53, here we go, D.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Breeze. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's Gordon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards that time.
We're waiting. Mike 57. Come on, D.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
5-8. Hey, kill.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 42-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Terrell Basham. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Breeze going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw, it's Breeze. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Watch the boot. 53's the mic. 53.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. Open man, it's Allen. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Allen One hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Hey,
Second and 4.
45.
On 2nd down and 4. Rippon. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Now Rippon. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. This quarterback now just 2 out of 6 since coming on, but he's got a 1st and 10. This is Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. It's complete to Williams. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Let's get this. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 13 yards out. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Breeze going to throw here. Able to get this to Gordon. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike. Ready. 5-8. 5-8.
Mike. Silver. He good.
Here's Breeze. Going up top for Miller. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
49's the Mike. Cut.
Get it.
Now Rippon on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Go.
Rippon on 3rd and long. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Ready,
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They'll go for it with Bell. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Breeze eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.